I believe in theory. I believe in a lot of, how you doing? I believe in a lot of stuff. I teach you biblically. I believe in a lot of theological stuff, but the problem here is my flow is to help you grow up spiritually and emotionally so that you can claim the promises of God. Because if you don't change on the inside, you're the one preventing you from being closer to God. There's no one locking your hands. There's no one who's took a Bible from that other nations where they can't even preach the gospel in the street because you'll be incarcerated. No one's taking your Bible. So the problem here is, I'm going to teach on this today, is the message that we minister is to help you grow up spiritually so that you can claim your promises in God. Because everything, when the bottom line comes, our decisions, our attitude determine the direction life we go. There are times when people victimize us, but as a whole, the decisions we make will determine the outcome we get. If you make the right decisions, you will suffer consequences. If you make good decisions, doors open up. There are times when people literally plot against you to destroy your life. That does happen. But the majority of the time, we have to make the right decision. We got to pray about it because there's so many things to do out here. You've got to pray and hear the voice of God. That's why I'm giving you instruction, because it radically changed my life. I'm not into this thing because I'm making a lot of money. I'm in downtown home, but I don't get a salary. Church is too poor. You have to be called to do what I'm doing, because you don't get paid for this. So it's not about money. It's about purpose. It's about why it's important to impact people's lives. And so, I forgot, we have donations there to help with the gas, but that's about it. And our church puts the whole building, the whole gas bill, our church. You can get this thing going 7 days a week. But I want to talk to you today about the principle. I'm just teaching my church, part of our series. It's called the Christian Maturity Series. I'm going to start with 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, or when I became an adult, I put away childish things. I put away childish things. And one of the issues here, as we mature spiritually, God is asking us to put away childish things. What is childish things? Childish things is self-centered things. Childish things is totally consuming you, not other people. Children are very selfish as a whole. By nature, children are selfish by nature. Children grow up in big families have to learn to share. If a child, the major difference between a child who's an only child and a child with 10, 15 brothers and sisters, a whole different flow. Because if you're the only child and both parents are working, they can bless that child left and right. You know, with anything they want. But when you have 10 or 15 brothers and sisters, I'm sorry, you're going to get those hand-me-downs. And when you get old enough, you can help mommy and daddy raise the rest of them. And then you got to learn to sacrifice, because you're responsible for your brothers and sisters because you're the oldest. And now you realize that we got to pull together because we got to make this food last. Now we got to help mommy, and some of you get jobs, help their parents keep the income in the house because there's so many brothers and sisters and it's so hard. They got to pull together. They learn to sacrifice. They learn to share. But I call the kids who are single parent, or kids who are one child in the family. They got both parents working, aunts and uncles, grandpas. Grandpa, I want a laptop. Oh, okay, I'll get you one. Grandpa, I get it. Because grandpa say this. Well, it's like this. We spoil them and you take care of them. What grandparents do. But they raised you already. And they're at a place in their life now where all they want is no static. They just want to enjoy their grandkids, bless them, send them back to you. So, the key thing here is, God is saying here is, when you become a Christian, You sell out to God. God requires you to grow spiritually. Spiritual years are different from chronological years. Spiritual years require you to have God adjust your heart and your